everybody, welcome to your Ko-fi break. Today I'm going to introduce you to my fellow Ko-fi ambassador. She's a watercolor artist and crafter, Renee AKA Chaosfay. So let's talk a little bit about you. Going off your Ko-fi page, I see you're a watercolor artist and quilter. How did that all get started?
I'm a fourth generation quilter, and for 25 years I actually made jewelry, and then in 2010 I had a really bad fall and tore a ligament in my wrist into two pieces. Now I can't make jewelry anymore due to the pain and swelling that gets up, so I had to find a new hobby. And so I turned to what my family's been doing for now 4 generations and joined in on that. And I apply everything I learned with jewelry making to the quilts, which can kind of be seen in how I lay them out and the colors I use. For watercolor painting, I got into that when I was a university student. I can't draw anymore because I can't hold a pencil. I can't write by hand, but I can paint, and watercolors is very fluid. It's watercolors. So it makes it a lot easier for me to paint. My mom, who's been quilting about as long as I've been alive, she has pointed out that my watercolors come out in the paintings as does the years of making jewelry. So I think that's kind of cool. You can see a signature in the work.
Absolutely. I was taking a look at some of your quilts, and to me, they're different than quilts I normally see. I feel like you have a very unique artistic eye that, like you said, you can apply what you've done with jewelry and your watercolors, and it really comes out in your quilts. And I think that's fantastic.
Thank
that
you.
You found a way to take that and translate it into a different art form.
And I really like the foundation paper piecing, which you sew fabric to paper in numerical order to get a specific shape. And things that would otherwise be impossible with anything other than doing it by hand is able to be done that way.
See, I'm learning something now. That's great. How did you discover Ko-fi as a platform for you to sell?
I discovered Ko-fi shortly after its founding. I used that as an alternative to going, hey, if you want to support me, here's PayPal, but Ko-fi offers more options. So I've actually been able to get more supporters that way. And as Ko-fi evolved, I was bouncing feedback, reporting bugs, and talking to people on Ko-fi who work there and being very vocal about it on Twitter. With Ko-fi, I was able to have a chronological timeline to show people what I'm working on instead of having it just kind of float around with those websites. Tumblr is the place where I've actually gotten the most support towards Ko-fi, and I've directed some artists from Tumblr to Ko-fi. And I used to sell on Etsy, so as soon as Ko-fi came out with a shop option, I migrated real quick because Etsy had just raised their fees, and I had sold my stained glass quilt on there, and Etsy took $200 from that sale in shipping and handling and address labels. And that's what I left. I'm hardcore Ko-fi. And I've been bringing some of my friends from Etsy over to Ko-fi as well now.
Yeah, and I heard there was a lot of people, as soon as these other platforms, they start raising their rates and they take more from the creators.
Yep.
People are looking for alternatives.
Like charging us to list an item that there's no guarantee it's going to sell. And Etsy is at I think 50 cents a listing or more now. And when you're not selling anything, you're not, they're just taking and taking. And I didn't care for that at all. So with Ko-fi, things stay listed indefinitely, so I don't have to keep relisting them. And I don't have to pay to list them at all. And I can have as many as I want, which is fantastic, even though I don't need that much because I'm a quilter. My stuff takes time.
That's the great thing about Ko-fi. Their fees are 0 to 5%, depending on the plan that you're on. You can list items at any price point. You can talk about shipping. You can add the pay what you want model so that if you offer something up for, say, $10, somebody could say, hey, I'll give you $15 for it because I love it so much.
Yeah, I have that with all of the listings I have now, because I've had people tell me, well, I didn't want to buy it because you're not charging enough. And I've recently gotten 2 clients for commissions who had been waiting for me to raise my prices before they were going to commission me. So now with the pay what you want, it's just, I have it at the minimum that I would accept. But hey, you're more than welcome to pay more. I know quilts aren't cheap.
That's great. I love it when you engage with a client or a customer that just truly wants to support you and doesn't want to take advantage of you. And I think that's a great option that, people are willing to pay what they feel an item is worth. And Ko-fi makes it easy.
Artists that I have commissioned that I feel aren't charging enough, especially portrait artists, and they want to get as many clients as they can, so then they have the prices lowered and end up hurting themselves both physically and mentally because they're basically charging you trash prices for treasures. And so when I see someone with pay what you want, I normally go about 50 to 100% above what they're charging, because I've been working
awesome.
in the arts for decades now, and I've seen what people are willing to pay versus what they want to pay, if you get my meaning. Like,
Absolutely. I do.
and it's
100%.
exhausting. People who did pay those prices, they're the clients that you want, because you know that they're going to value the work.
Not only people supporting artists, but artists supporting artists too. Just you should charge what your items are valued at, you know?
Yeah, the bare minimum of what I would accept as payment. So yeah, I charge $6,000 for a queen size quilt, but all that quilting is done by hand. So that's over 100 hours in work, and I'm not paying myself minimum wage. We can do monthly installments of payment, and you're more than welcome to pay more, but I'm not going below that because I value myself. And more artists, I wish they would value their work instead of going, oh, this is just a hobby. Well, even if it's just a hobby, it shouldn't be at trash prices like a garage sale.
How has Ko-fi made it easier for you to engage with your clients or customers or other people in the community?
Well, each of the Ko-fi sites has the same basic layout. So keeping things simple and user-friendly is what's made it easier. So even people who aren't on social media, they can go on there and see what's going on, because the little status updates are the ones I use the most, because I don't always have a blog's worth of information to share. So having just these little tidbits that I can put in, like, oh, today I'm finishing the hand quilting on this project, and I'm starting to cut out the templates for this other project. It kind of builds that, ooh, she's working on something. Oh, she's almost there. And I've had a couple clients who've told me those status updates give them the perk for their day.
The quick updates is a great feature on the site, because sometimes you just have a quick thing you want to say to your audience. Just say, hey, I'm working on this piece. I'm making some progress. I'll have some pictures coming soon.
Or even like silly things. I'm a quilter in a quilt shop, and I'm here with a credit card. There's a reason my husband only lets me go in there with cash anymore.
You get a little dangerous, but it's great to be able to just share these little tidbits with your followers, just so they can kind of keep up to date.
It makes you feel like you're talking to a human, because too often you see these websites where it's very business-like, so it's not like you're talking to or about a person. Whereas on Ko-fi, you can be silly with the status updates while also being engaging, and it's like, oh, this person's three-dimensional, not just like a business major kind of thing.
Yeah, the artist behind the art, I think, is a big piece of that. You're saying it takes you, it could take you 100 hours to do a quilt, and if you just made a blog post every time you finished a quilt, you wouldn't have a lot of content to share. And same thing for me as a podcaster, it takes me like a whole week to do an episode. So if I only posted when I had a new episode, I lose that engagement along the way.
Yeah, and I've had people who had been wanting to get into quilting, seeing these little steps that I show, going, oh, it's not as difficult as I thought it would be. I want to learn how to do this. And so now we've got more quilters in the community, which is fantastic.
I think some of your work is definitely showing how you can make it different and make it unique. So why don't we talk a little bit about some of the features you're using on Ko-fi to either sell or commission some of your work?
I'm using the commission page a lot. I have a lot of different options on there, even tarot readings, which I've been doing for over 20 years. But having that option of commissioning someone for even just little things has been extremely helpful, especially for me as the maker, because then I know my limits right now. I had more slots open with different quilt options, and I was able to close a bunch of them. I'm now at my limits, but having that there also shows people this is what I'm willing to work on. Instead of, if there's not a commission page, just a page with commission information, then I was regularly getting messages going, hey, I would like a double wedding ring king size quilt. I want this, this, and this. It's a lot easier on the commission page because there's the buttons. And it's like, I want this add-on and this add-on. And just, it simplifies things. And I like keeping things as simple as possible because quilting is very complicated. But when you break it down, kind of like what Ko-fi's website does, it makes the whole process easier all around for everyone.
The quilting art form takes a lot of time and patience. So when you have something set up like memberships where you have monthly offerings, how have you balanced between what you offer in a membership?
I keep it small because I'm working so much on these projects. So everyone, regardless of what tier they sign up with, get to have a postcard arrive in the mail. Being able to offer that to everyone, even on the lowest tier, is a lot of fun. All the way up, you get discounts on items that I have listed. Now there's commission slots specifically for members. The amount that you donate every month after just a few months, that's applied to a commission or a listing I have. Having that kind of build up like a credit is good incentive. I've done that with other artists. Oh, so donating $10 a month in 6 months, that means I get a portrait. Hey, I'm fine with that. Because it's like you already made payments on it.
Right, that's a really creative way of doing it, because obviously it might be hard for someone just to be able to throw down several $100s or a couple $1,000 for an item. But if you spread it out over your memberships and keep track of it, that's a great way to reward somebody with a higher tier item.
Ko-fi does a great job of making it a lot easier to see which person has supported me for how long and under what amount. And that has made it so much easier than me having to keep notebooks because, oh, it's all right there. Awesome.
Throughout all these videos so far, we haven't really talked about the administration side of managing payments and memberships, because that on the surface can seem very daunting, but Ko-fi has spent a significant amount of time getting feedback and really making it easy for you to filter on your memberships and your people to understand who's paid what.
I love how simple Ko-fi is. It's straight to the point, no fiddly diddlies surrounding it, because I tried Patreon. It's not user-friendly. But then with Ko-fi, it's just, oh, here, he did this for you. It's like kindergarten. It's just so easy.
That's what, yeah. The ease of it it drew me in, and I stayed for all these fantastic features that just keep coming out all the time. What advice would you give to fellow crafters on Ko-fi to really take advantage of the features that are available to them?
Don't be shy about asking for donations. I ask for donations pretty regularly so that I can go and get fabric to work on this project. Post your work in progress. Being able to see that process, your clients and customers will have more appreciation for the work because they know precisely what you're doing. And if they don't understand the process, engage with them. Being able to be engaging also makes you seem more human instead of a machine just pumping out artwork. And that's something I've seen with a lot of my friends who are in digital art. That's just constantly new. And not giving themselves a break because they think they have to keep putting out information. Well, instead of putting out constantly finished work, you could instead share the process. It'll slow you down. It'll prevent burnout. And if you're starting to feel burnout, you can talk to the people that are supporting you. And you can do that with status updates.
How about the Ko-fi direct messaging platform? Have you used that to any effect with communicating one-on-one?
Every time someone makes a donation, I send them direct message thanking them. Working with clients on commissions, I use direct messaging because it's a whole record right there. To have that available, especially with being able to put pictures into the messages, because I use it on my phone because I take pictures of the work. Going, okay, so these are the fabrics that I chose. Is there something that stands out to you that I am not going to be picking up? Being able to use Ko-fi's direct messaging makes that a lot easier with pictures and talking. Lots of back and forth. And I keep saying, you got to be engaging. You got to feel like you're a human being, both to yourself and to the people who are hiring you and supporting you.
Just talking to you for this few minutes here, I learned a lot, not only about quilting, but just being true to yourself as an artist. It's okay to take breaks. People are going to support you. As
an artist, you are your tools. And if you're not working right, the tools aren't going to work right. It's like any artist who goes through burnout, you're constantly pushing out new. And then you're going to have burnout. And that can take days, months, even years. So when you're going through burnout, you can still be engaging. But to recover from that, go back to basics. You're human. You can't always make plans for everything. This isn't a movie. And this is your life.
Thank you everyone for checking out this video. And definitely subscribe to this channel, like the video, and of course, follow our friend Chaosfay on Ko-fi and on Tumblr. Consider donating or buying one of those awesome, fantastic mug rugs I saw. I think that's a genius idea.
Oh, mug rugs are so much fun. It's enough space for a mug and a snack.
Perfect. They're adorable. So go check them out on our shop, and I'm excited to see what's coming next.
Thank you.